So they're just ready to go. Mm. So welcome, welcome. And starting to find ourselves here on the mat. And by that I mean starting to bring the consciousness, bring the attention inward. And we try to make this time when we're practicing a little bit special, a little bit separate, and an exercise in presence. Although the mind will want to go into analysis or go into planning, when we notice we are no longer here, we just gently try to bring the attention back to what we're doing, the breath, the movement. So gently closing the eyes down if you haven't already. And take some soothing deep breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. No need for these breaths to be particularly long or huge, but look for a little softness at the start and the end of the breath. Maybe a feeling of the inhale sliding into the exhale. Well, there's real gentleness around the beginning and the end of each part of the breath. And maybe you can feel or imagine your next inhale starting at the base of the spine and traveling up through the body. So this is only metaphorically, of course, but as we trace this inhale up the spine, maybe we can feel a little length, a little separation between the vertebrae, and that we're growing a bit taller with the inhale. As we exhale, draw the core in just gently, just 10%, to keep that length as we let the air out of the body. Inhaling up the spine, growing tall, crown of the head, reaching up. Exhaling that little bit of core engagement, keeping the height, feeling energy through the spine, and perhaps the core starting to awaken just a little. So see if you can bring to mind someone or something that is a real support to you. It could be a pet, a partner, a loved one of some other kind. It could be the comfort of coming to your yoga mat and that practice. Something that supports you, that you rely on. See if you can bring that thing or that person to mind and lean back just a little bit and imagine that you're leaning on to the support of this thing or this person. Knowing that we don't always have to do it all alone. Throughout the practice, if we're finding anything a little challenging, maybe we can bring our support back into our mind and it might lift our spirits just a little. And everything becomes a little easier with a smile. We'll chant Om once to open the practice. So bring the hands to heart center, lengthen the back of the neck, draw the chin in just slightly, soften the shoulder blades down the back, and we'll inhale together for Om. Om. Lower the hands to the knees and gently blink open the eyes. And we'll start to move the spine a little now. So keep the arms straight and we'll dip one shoulder forward and then we'll dip the other shoulder forward. Try not to dump into the neck or drop the head. Keep the spine long and move the spine, dipping one shoulder and the other. So it's a twist, left shoulder forward, right shoulder forward, palms pressing into the thighs or the knees. Nice. Come back to the center, inhale the arms up, side bend to the right, right hand down, left hand up and over. Maybe walking those fingers away a little, maybe dropping the forearm if you're ready, if that's available. See if we can keep the chest open, gently draw the chin, just a little way towards the upper armpit so we have the feeling of looking up at something wondrous rather than down at the ground. Engage the core strongly. Follow the top hand with the gaze as we lift up from the core. We come over to the other side. Left hand down, right hand up and over. Push into the grounded hand to help root the opposite sit bone. Keeping both sitting bones even on the mat. Maybe walking that hand away, maybe dropping the elbow. And a gentle lift of the gaze heavenward. Strong core. Inhale, follow the top hand with the gaze. Sweep over once more each side. Maybe a little deeper this time. Is the shoulder lifting up and out of the socket? Could we plant the upper shoulder in the socket? Go on the elbow, maybe lift the elbow and then strong core. Last time, floating up and over. Down, side bending to the other side. Lift that bottom elbow if it's down. Float up to center. Hands to the knees, roll the shoulders back, open the chest. So we're drawing the tummy in, lengthen the spine, open the front of the body. Exhale, starting from the chin, roll the chin in, keep rolling the head down, stretching the upper back, maybe the pelvis rolls back. And in this nice C shape here. Lift up, straighten up, interlace the fingers, lift that up above the head, grow tall, let the shoulders come up by the ears. And then we'll exhale, we'll twist over to the right, left hand to right knee, nice tall spine. Inhale, exhale, twist from the core to come deeper. See if you can really imagine this spiraling action starting at the base of the spine, finishing at the head. So don't lead with the chin, lead with the core. Inhaling, hands center and up. Exhaling, twisting to the other side. Land fingertips. Inhale for length. Exhale, twisting from the core. Beautiful. Inhale to center. Remove any prop you are sitting on. And we'll come over onto all fours. So a little bit of attention for the wrists here. So I'm going to start off the wrists under the shoulders, the toes tucked, hips above knees. I'm circling. And again, I'm keeping the arms straight. The fingertips are spread and are engaged. They're pushing down into mat. The mid knuckles might even lift a little. And these circles are coming from the toes. I'm circling above the wrists. So we're stretching the wrists out, starting to warm the wrists. And as it feels okay, maybe these circles grow a little bigger. Can add more spice by moving the knees away. And we can start to get into the pelvis a little bit as well. Imagine we're drawing a circle with the tailbone. Other way if you haven't. So the neck stays nice and long. Don't drop the chin. Try not to move the spine at all. In fact, the movement comes from hips and shoulders. Nice. Bring the knees back just a little. And we're going to come onto the back of the hand. So start off with the pelvis back a little bit. And then we can try bringing the weight fully onto the back of the wrist. And then sink the pelvis away for a deep stretch there. Easing into that. Bring the weight back. And once more away. Finding that midpoint. Untucking one hand and then the other. Untuck the toes. Send the hips all the way back. Come up onto the fingertips. So we're taking it's kind of a child's pose. I'm keeping the forehead up off the ground. Fingers are like I'm playing a piano and I'm stretching, drawing the shoulders away as the fingers try to pull the arms out of the socket, getting a nice two-directional stretch there. Lower the palms, come back through. Tuck left toes, right foot steps outside right hand. It's like a little lizard pose. And again, more circles with the tailbone, getting into those hip sockets. Nice long neck, nice long spine. And then the other way. So we can keep most of the way out of the fingers and into the toes. Nice. Move the right foot inside the fingertips. You can see the setup here. The knee is bent. Inhale to come forwards. We'll get a nice stretch on the front of the hamstring, and then we're going to come back towards our half splits. Now it's early, so this doesn't need to be too deep. Front toes come up, fingertips stay down for support. We're easing the buttock back towards the heel. We might be staying here. That's totally fine. Depends how open your hamstring is. A little bit of weight onto the tucked toes if we can. And we'll inhale forwards, push off those back toes. And once more like that. Front toes lift, buttock glides back towards the heel. Inhale forwards, plant the hands, step the right foot back. Stretch again through the lower back, maybe this time drop the forehead. Inhale back to all fours, left foot outside. Tuck right toes. And again, just a few more circles. Saying hello to those hip sockets. Walk the left foot inside. And ready to come back towards our half splits. Inhale forwards. Nice lunge there. So I skipped the lunge the first time there. Feel this stretch here. That's where we want to feel this. Exhale back. And we'll do one more just so we don't neglect the front of that hip. And back. Come forwards. Take that left foot back. Keep the toes tucked and lift up. Finding a nice soothing downward dog. Make it a dancing dog. Lift one heel and the other. Maybe a twist of the hips. Make sure the fingers are nice and spread out and the index finger is facing straight forwards. Index fingers parallel. Back of neck feeling long and relaxed. The head can move easily and freely. And then we're going to walk to the front of the mat. We're going to take these little tiny steps, swinging the heels left and right. So maybe 10 or 15 steps to come towards the hands. Heels go left, heels go right. As we come towards the hands, bend the knees deeply. Try to drop the ribs onto the thighs. Keep bending the knees until that happens. Ribs to thighs. Take hold of opposite elbows. Let the head be really heavy here. Maybe lift up just a little on the inhale. Maybe the ribs caterpillar along the thighs, just another inch or two. Maybe we bring the weight back into the heels and push down the heels. The legs get a little straighter, but prioritize the torso heavy, resting on the thighs. Lovely. Release the elbows, bend the knees, lifting from the tummy, roll up, roll all the way up to standing. Exhale the hands to heart center. Just before we start flowing, let's take a couple more side stretches. So we can side stretch over to the right there. Right hand taking left wrist. Inhale to the center and over to the other side. Here, take the hands to prayer. Bend the knees. Come to Utkatasana, chair pose. So I've arched the back quite a lot there. We're not wanting to stick the bum out too much. So bring the pelvis under. Nice long spine, nice long back of neck. Take it a little deeper if it's available. Inhale, circle the hands, push down strongly through the feet. Exhale, straight down to our forward fold. Inhaling, flat back, half lift. Exhale, keep the fingertips on the floor, bend the knees. Right foot back, drop the knee. Inhale, low lunge. Now really try to get the hips nice and even. Pelvis under, spine nice and upright. So this lunge doesn't need to be very deep. We want to avoid collapsing the tummy. Really find that nice pelvic alignment there. And again, this is a powerful stretch here. Push through the toes to support yourself. Inhale, gaze up. Exhale, draw the elbows down in cactus arms, squeezing the shoulder blades together. And two more like that. Keep pushing through the back toes to open the thigh and support you. Exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together. One more. Inhaling up. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Drag the shoulder blades down the back. Inhale this time. Right hand down to the mat. Pick up the back knee. Inhale, left hand up to the sky for an open twist. The body is inside the left leg. Exhale, left hand down. Going to come back to our plank. So lift that left foot, step it back. High plank. If you need to drop the knees, drop the knees. We'll be here for just a few seconds more. And then this first one, everyone drop the knees down, bending the elbows, knees, chest, chin. Keep the bum up in the air. And we're going to slide through a little baby cobra here. Float the hands. Exhale, lower the forehead down. Inhale, baby cobra, no hands. Exhale, this time fingertips wide, elbows bent, wide cobra, coming up a little higher. Exhale, roll the spine back down. Place the hands by the ribs, tuck the toes. Send the bum back. Inhale, downward dog. 3 breaths in downward dog. Maybe a little shake of the head. Maybe a sigh out through the mouth. Anything to release a little tension and remind yourself that everything's pretty great actually when we're right here in this moment. We're going to send the right foot up and back so we're not swinging the leg up in the air. So we're pushing the door shut behind. Reach out through the heel. Exhale, draw the knee under the body, right knee to the nose. Inhale, back up and away. This time to the right elbow or tricep. Coming all the way forwards. Inhale, back up and away. Across the body, right knee towards the left elbow. Inhale, right foot back, up and away. And this time, exhale, step it through. Right foot forwards, left foot down. First, draw the fingertips back, then roll out. Add the arms. Now again, we'll draw the shoulder blades down the back on the exhale. Exhale, cactus arms. Maybe we open the chest a little bit, but don't compromise the belly. Keep the belly drawing in. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Keep rooting through those back toes for stability. Exhale. Hands up. Inhale. Left hand down on the exhale. Pick up the back knee. Inhale, open twist. Can you keep bringing this right hip back into line? And then exhale, right hand comes to the front. I'm going to bring the left foot in. Exhale, fold. Inhale, roll up out of the belly, stacking the vertebrae. Exhale, hands to heart center. Ready to go again. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, the half lift, flat back. This time, left foot goes back. Exhale, left foot back. We're going to come straight into our crescent lunge. Strong through the back foot, unroll. Stand it up. Check in with the hips again. So can we get the pelvis under for a nice upright lower back, belly in, and then maybe we can send that back heel away for a more powerful stretch through the front of the left thigh. On an exhale, we're going to twist to the right. Exhale, twisting to the right. Maybe the gaze goes towards the back fingers. Maybe we fall over. Inhale, circle the back hand around. Exhale, frame the front foot, coming back to high plank. If you want a challenge, if you're ready, make it 3 legs. Exhale down to the mat. Inhale, cobra. Exhale. Extra push up, inhale to plank. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, left leg back up and away. Exhale, left knee to nose. Inhale, left heel back and up. Exhale, left knee, left elbow or tricep. Inhale, across the body, left knee twists to the right elbow. Inhale, stepping it through. Left foot forwards, bend the back knee, weight comes back to the center. Inhale, roll up. Extend that back heel away, tuck the pelvis under. High lunge. And ready to twist. Inhale, exhale, twisting left. Open the shoulders, maybe the gaze to the backhand. Inhale, circle, left hand to the front. Exhale, fingertips down, step back foot in, fold. Just take a couple of breaths in our fold. And then inhale, roll up and out. Exhale, the hands to heart center. So I think a couple of you did this with me before. It's this kind of Tai Chi movement. So we bend the knees. Inhale, the fingers up, nice and gently flowing. Exhaling, like you're sliding the fingers down a silk curtain. Inhale. Exhale, slide the fingers down. This time, weight to the left foot with the right foot. Inhale gently. Exhale down, left foot. Inhale. Exhale. So we're going to take a little step back with the right foot. Inhale. Keep all the weight in the left foot, balancing over the left foot, right foot goes back. Inhale, right knee back through. Slightly deeper. Exhale. Weight is still here. You could freeze anywhere. The weight is totally centered. Inhale. This time, step back, stay back. Right foot back. Turn that right foot toes out. Warrior one. So pushing off the outside of the back foot, drawing that right hip forwards. Glute is really strong here. And a couple of breaths here. Warrior one. Circle the hands behind the back. You might need to edge the front foot forwards a little bit. Roll the shoulders back. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale, humble warrior. Left shoulder inside or on top of left thigh. See if we can keep bringing the left hip in line with the knee and rolling under. Hands floating up and away. Inhale to come up. Release the hands, straighten that front leg. Turn the body back to the front. Hands to the hips. And you might want to bring the back foot in a bit. Square off the hips. Send the bum back. Keep the hands on the hips. Send the bum back. And we come forwards. Just a little bit. Keep drawing that left hip back. Lengthening the spine. Maybe your fingertips. Might find the mat. Might find a block if you have a block. Pyramid pose. Okay. It's all about bringing those hips in line so we don't have a nasty kink in the spine. And some of you might find the folders here. Whether we're in the halfway lift or whether we're in the fold, a few more breaths here. Trying to find softness in the hip socket, length in the spine. And we'll all bend that front knee. Inhale back up, warrior one. Gently edge that left foot in. Exhale, hands down. Back to plank. Left foot lifts if you wish. Exhale to the mat. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. On an inhale, bend the knees deeply, gaze between the thumbs at the front of the mat, and either step or float to the front. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise up. Exhale, hands through heart center. And we're back to our little brushing the curtain. Crouch. Inhale. Exhale. Really feel the breath here. And Tai Chi, the principle is whenever you move a foot, your balance is already so complete on the other foot you couldn't possibly fall. So see if we can imbue this movement with a little of that idea. Lift, left foot. Exhale, this tiny step back. So any time we could stop because the balance is centered on the right foot. Inhale, the left knee back and through. Exhale, a little bit of a deeper step, hinging at the right hip. Inhale. This time we're going to step back, warrior one. Left foot goes back a bit further, turns out to 10, 11 o'clock. Left hip comes back and in. Left glute works hard, add the arms. Stay here. Gaze is out at the horizon, ready to conquer all obstacles. Circle the hands behind the back, opposite finger on top. Maybe shuffle the right foot out and forwards a little bit. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale, humble warrior, right shoulder to thigh or inside the thigh. Let the head be heavy. Another breath here. Inhaling up strong through front foot. Exhale. Getting ready for our pyramid pose. So you might need to bring the feet a little closer together. Hands to the hips. Exhale. So it's all about, you see, I've got my thumb at the buttock and I've got the fingers around the front. So I'm actually twisting, I'm helping to guide the pelvis forward. So the pelvis goes back and the spine's going to be in line with the tailbone of the pelvis. So the more we can get the pelvis moving, the more we'll find we can bring the spine out and forwards. So we might be staying here or here, might be finding our blocks, might be finding the mat with the fingertips. Wherever we are from those options, take a moment. And then if you're folding, feel free to come forwards, maybe the forehead to the shin or inside the leg. Remember to keep drawing the right hip back and see if you can send the mind's eye into that lower spine. Is it twisting or is it nice and straight lined up with the leg? Lovely. Gently bend that front knee. Inhale up to standing. Exhaling, take your vinyasa. And as you're ready, right foot up and back. Inhale. Going to come through to warrior two this time. Exhale the right foot through. Plant it down. Open up, warrior two. I'm going to change sides. I'm facing you. Warrior two. Shoulders in line with the long edge of the mat. Knee above the heel. We'll flow through, inhaling and reversing. Exhaling, coming forwards. Inhaling, reversing. Exhale, forwards. And once more, inhale, straighten front leg. We're coming over to our Trikonasana. Exhale, front hip under, back hip over. Long spine. Maybe the fingers are on the shin. Looking for this nice open chest. Stacked hips. Nice. Good adjustments all around. Lovely stacked shoulders. Come out. We're going to bend into the front knee. Circle up. Turn up the back heel. Circle down. Right foot back. Optional three-legged chaturanga. Chaturanga to the mat. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Straight to the other side. Inhale, left foot up and back. Exhale, step it through. Warrior two going the other way. We're moving a little bit quickly here. Getting some heat going on. Inhale, open it up to the back. Exhale. So the left wrist comes down, the right arm opens up. Inhale, back, side bend. Reverse warrior. Exhale. Last one. Inhale, straighten front leg. Again, a little side bend here. And then as we exhale, I like to bring the hands to the hips so I know where they are. It's like a little steering wheel. Left hip under, right hip over. Left hand might find the shin or the block. Add the arms. Maybe as we find that openness, the fingertips might come down. Or maybe that's something for another day. Bending the front knee. Inhale, turn up the back toes, high lunge. Exhale, frame the front foot. Again, optional three-legged chaturanga or normal. Down to the mat. Inhale. Exhale, downward dog. And then let's take a couple of breaths in child's pose just to regather, recompose, catch the breath. Flop. Develop the power of flop. And then rolling it back up and out of there. Plant the hands, tuck the toes. Downward dog. Look between the hands. Bend the knees on the inhale, exhale. Step or float to the front of the mat and fold. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, we're going to add on this time. Once again, inhaling up, Urdhva Hastasana, come to the front of the mat. Exhale to Tadasana. Inhale. Exhale. Folding forwards. Inhale, flat back. Exhale the right foot back. Right hand down, inhale, open twist. And then lead this with the bottom hand. Inhale, open it back out to warrior two. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Reverse triangle. Exhale, Trikonasana. A moment here. And then turn the gaze down to the front foot. You might want your block here. Fingertips might walk forwards. And we lift up, finding half moon. Ardha Chandrasana. Left hand can be on a block. Left hand might float. Find your level. Couple more breaths. Bring the hands down to the mat in front of you, square off the hips. Inhale the back leg up, fold forwards, standing splits. Might only be a small movement. Then inhale, bring that right foot to meet the left foot at the front of the mat. Fold. Inhale it up. Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale. Inhale. Fold it forward. You're doing great. We are getting there. Inhale for the half lift. This time the left foot's going back. Left foot back, left hand down. Inhale, twist. Nice. Now, weight strongly into the feet. Inhale up. Warrior two. Now change sides. Warrior two. Straighten front leg. Reverse triangle. Exhale through to triangle. Trikonasana. Settle here. Maybe you can bring the bottom hip under a little more. Find a little more ease in the spine. And the gaze turns down to the front foot. You might need to shuffle the back foot in. Fingertips walk forwards. Float it up. Half moon. Keep breathing. Wobbles are fine. Imagine that the back foot is again pushing against a wall. A foot is active and flexed. And then we're going to exhale, bend the front knee, place the hands at the front of the mat. Inhale, lift up, standing splits. Back leg goes up and back. Forehead is traveling towards the shin. Couple of breaths here. And exhale, left foot joins the right at the front of the mat. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, hands to heart center, Tadasana. Take a moment. Take a moment. Okay. One more little sequence. Ready for the silk cut. Exhale, crouch. Ready for the right knee. Inhale, right knee. Straight back to warrior one. Exhale. Right foot back. Inhale the arms. Exhale, palms to heart center. And watch me for a moment. Inhale, open to the back. Right hand goes back. Look over the back shoulder. Exhale, dive it forwards. Get really low. And flow like this. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Nice big sweeping move. Exhale. 2 more. Last one. Come up, stay up. Straighten front leg. Exhale. Hips back. Folding forwards. Keep the hands on the hips, hands on the hips. Turn to look to the left. Maybe the right fingertips find the floor. Now, just like in our pyramid pose, we want to keep pulling that left hip back. And maybe as we pull the left hip back, we might find the chest opens out to the side. Imagine you've seen your mate over to the left. You want to turn and look at them and go, hello. And maybe we can float the top hand. I'm not sure what the best angle to show this is. Reverse triangle. Shoulders stacked. Keep drawing the hips back. You know you got it because the hand is not doing all the work. Now, last tricky bit. Gaze down to the left foot. Weight comes forwards. Right hand comes forwards. And reverse half moon. Gently, gently on the exhale. Top hand comes down, back foot comes in. Fold. Inhale to standing. One more side. Exhale. Hands to heart center. Brush the curtain. Inhale. Exhale. Left knee. Inhale it up. Exhale back through to warrior one. Ready for the sweeping. Inhale, left hand back, look over left shoulder. Exhale, dive it through. Inhale, flowing with the breath. Exhale. Inhale. Really reaching away when we come forward, something just out of reach. Inhale. Exhale, one more back. Straighten front leg, hands to hips. Turn the hips back to the front. So just like in the pyramid pose, we're tipping, we're sending the hips back. And we might use our block here. First we find our base, then we bring the chest round. So chest is nice and open, and we get this hip. And we've got all that, maybe the hand floats. So just like in our regular Trikonasana, we want to stack the shoulders. That's it. Nice, easy now. And now for our last tricky bit, grounded fingers walk forwards. Weight stays on that front foot. Back foot floats. Paravita Ardha Chandrasana. Reverse half moon. Hold it. Don't mind if you wobble. If you fall out, it's all good. And then gently on an exhale, top hand down, back foot in. Fold over those legs. Inhale, half lift. Last vinyasa. Step back to plank. Chaturanga. Up dog. Back to your downward dog. I've just seen an enormous praying mantis out in the garden. Wow. She's still there. In 20 minutes, I'll get some photos. Raise the heels, stretch out the calves, sink those heels Bend the knees, coming down to the mat, untuck the toes and sit upon the heels. Kneeling back on the heel. Just done a lot of twisting and opening now. I think one more. It would be really good to take frog here, actually. So frog is this one where feet come out to the side, knees come out to the side. It's a bit tough on the old knees, so grab a duvet or a blanket or anything soft you might have to pop under the knees, because trust me, it does get a bit wearing. I'm just going to fold the mat over. That is also very acceptable, but unless you really like sore knees, in which case you can just go in raw. So you're going to fold that out, find the knees out wide on the mat, wide as possible. Feet are turned out like that, so you look like a frog. Come onto the forearms, lift the bum, twerking bum, and basically the further back you push the bum, the more it will hurt. So find an edge. You're going to hold this for a minute or two. Try not to drop the head. You can lay the head on the arms, but keep the neck long. And if it's getting intense, you can just bring the hips forwards a bit, take a little break, and then send the hips back. Keep pushing the inside of the knees down into the ground. Keep the breath going. Keep drawing the tummy in. Active core. Let's see if we can find softness in the inner thighs so that there's a little relaxation in the inner thigh. Pushing down with the knees, squeezing the glutes, strengthening the adductors and the glutes. Maybe there's more depth, where the bum can slide back another inch. Classic here would be to find tension in the back of the jaw. How's the jaw? Another minute. And to come out, just going to ease the hips forwards. Come up onto the hands if we're down on the forearms, and bring the feet together, and then you'll find that eases it off. Just bring the feet in. And you should be able to come out without any discomfort. Unfold the mat, and we're going to come onto our backs. Making our way down onto our backs, setting up for a bridge pose. And we're going to take an active bridge here, just for a little bit of strengthening around the glutes and the core. So I think we'll come up and down, let's say 5 reps. So try to bring the knees above the heels. I want to slide the bum forwards a little bit. Backs of the hands are down on the mat. And feel like the toes are going to slide away, like they're going to slide into a big boot, but the shoulders are glued down. Inhale, slide those feet away. Hips float up in between heels and shoulders. And on the exhale, roll the spine down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Inhale, prepare, flatten the back. Engage the core. Exhale, squeeze glutes. Feet want to slide away. Exhale, roll it down. Inhale to prepare. Exhale. Stay on the inhale. Exhale, roll it down. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Really fire up those glutes. Consciously squeeze them. Roll down on the exhale. Last one. If you want to take a deeper back bend on this one, you're over Dhanurasana. You go for it. Lift it up. Lift it up. But if you want to come up for your wheel pose, and you know you're going to be safe, you go for it. Holding here. If we're in our wheel pose, tuck the chin as we lower down. Try to land the shoulders first. And we all lay the spine down with love. Check the back of the neck nice and long. And windscreen wiper the legs. Left and right. Massaging out across the sacrum. Now, something I was reminded of earlier, we don't need to do this now. But if you're finding you've got a bit of tension in the lower back, what can be really, really nice after some back bending is a little bit of support under the bum so we get a natural curve in the spine. And to rest, legs up the wall. So if you've got the space and it feels nice, you can try this now. You might want to take Shavasana, legs up the wall. Bum as close to the wall as is comfy on the legs. Or if you don't have the wall or you don't want to have a go at this, we'll just find our way into a regular Shavasana now. Finding any warm things we might need, possibly something to go over the eyes, a sleep mask, a little hand towel. And starting to come into our resting mode. Really nice that. And we're in our Shavasana. Let go of any need to modify the breath. Just let the breath do what it wants. Make sure the head is as comfy as can be. You might want to gently lift up the head and tuck the chin. So the back of the head is nice and long. Back of the neck is nice and long. And then let the face soften. Maybe feel like eyeballs are heavy in the sockets. There's a little bit of tension at the corners of the mouth. No one can see your face, so let the face be really floppy and soft. Let the shoulders melt into the moon. See if we can let the belly soften. We all hold in the belly all the time, and it's really scary to let it go. Quite safe right now. Maybe we can soften the tummy. Feel the torso expanding with the breath, and maybe you feel the lower back pushing into the support if there's one there. You breathe into the body. Just here for a few moments more. Maybe the arms could relax just a bit more. They have got nothing to do. Very gently, we're going to come out of this pose. We're bending the knees, and as we gently bend the knees, slowly rolling to one side. Just careful of anything that might be around you. And as you're ready, we'll come to sit together for a moment. When you're ready, let the eyes close back down. Let the spine be long and maybe a little smile play on the lips, noticing any warmth in the body, any good feelings that have arisen from the practice. Inhaling the arms up above the head, finding them in a prayer gesture, and exhaling that down to in front of the chest. Lengthen back of neck and soften shoulders. A moment of gratitude for the practice of yoga and to yourself, to ourselves, for taking time to give it to us, this gift of yoga. And thank you all for joining me today, and have a wonderful rest of day. Namaste.